What up, guys? Welcome again to another of my video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the time you're going to be watching this video. Oh my guys, no be small thing where they go on for this sustainable social media, because right now very dark man has a message for all the Davido 30Bg guys. For quite some time now, I've been seeing lots of comments. I've been seeing lots of talk, and I think that very dark man also saw this kind of comment. This is why he came out to say that this message is specifically for all the Davido 30Bg. Very dark man actually brought back the justice for Mohbad thing, but recently the way that very dark man has been making videos, me I no go lie, me I've been quite surprised, because this guy came out to say that he had access into a group chat that was created when Mohbad actually cried, and with his access into that chat, the guy is bringing out a lot of things. The first video that he actually made was the video that got a lot of people talking. In that video, very dark man said one of Davido's guy, Dre, is actually inside that group, but that he cannot believe that Dre is actually a very evil person, and that it's not only Dre that is in this group, because later on he came out to also present Aloma DMW, and he said that he doesn't know his interest with Davido people inside this group. In fact, when Very Dark Man was making all those videos, lots of people were talking, and they were very upset that in this justice for Mohbad thing, Very Dark Man is trying to bring in Davido name. At that time, there was a fan that made a tweet, and this person is a well-known Davido associate. In fact, this was the girl that Davido actually opened a shop for. This girl came out to say, make Davido just unfollow Vdm abeg. Ever since that link up with Burna Boy, bro just dey find every way to troll Davido. I watched that video today. Instead of tagging Dre directly, Vdm rush add Davido name. Omo, Davido name don suffer for una hand. So this was the post that this girl actually made at that time, and today Very Dark Man have come out to respond to everything. But before I continue, abeg, we go need to first of all address this issue going on, because since Very Dark Man started this second justice for Mohbad thing, lots of fans have been quite confused and worried, because some people are like, what is Very Dark Man actually looking for? Is this justice really for Mohbad, or Very Dark Man is finding justice for Naira Marley and Sam Larry? Because most of the posts he has been making right now are pointing towards that direction. As a matter of fact, Mohbad brother Adura came out to actually post this video, and this video was a video that Very Dark Man actually made during that time when Mohbad actually cried. And the things that Very Dark Man said in this video, I no go lie, they are different from what he's pointing out right now. Let's take a look at this video.
All right, so for those who don't know who that is rugged man being beaten by some of Naira Marley's some of the Malians. Now, this happened like 4 or 5 years ago when Naira Marley just came into the entertainment industry with his popular song, Oh Yeah Baby, see Isegu. You know what's funny about this? When Rugged Man, I remember vividly, when Rugged Man cried out and he spoke, a lot of Nigerians were laughing. You know why? Because as at then, they were doing, oh, I am a Malian. They were doing, it's my fave. They didn't pay attention to Rugged Man. Rather, they even insulted Rugged Man. And even Naira Marley, when it was time for him to say something, look at what he said.
Rugged Man, stop saying my name. Your time is gone. If I'm an upcoming artist, you are a downgoing artist. In fact, you're gone down artist. Change your boot cut jeans. They don't wear that no more. Change it. You broke nice.
So, instead of him to come and say something, he disrespected him even more. Now, what am I trying to say? A lot of times we tend to ignore some things because of our sentiments. You understand? But those things that we would have tackled would have saved us a lot of stress. If to say when this whole thing happened with Rugged Man, a lot of people enter Naira Marley, they change them for him. They quarrel and they talk about them, they bag. If you no get mind, you understand? To continue that thing low key to the point where person don't buy now. Do you understand?
Omo guys, this is a video that Very Dark Man actually made as way back as 2023. Yes, when Mohbad actually cried. And Mohbad brother actually posted this video because Very Dark Man came out to say that he's going to give 10 million naira to anybody if he provide evidence say Naira Marley actually bully Mohbad when the guy be actually there alive. Now, with everything actually making round right now, I no go lie for una, I'm beginning to look towards the direction of Very Dark Man, because despite all this thing going on, there is something that Very Dark Man said, and I no go lie, this thing is actually pointing that truly this guy is looking for justice to this whole Mohbad thing. Very Dark Man said on his status, they say VDM have moved from justice for Mohbad to justice for Naira Marley. VDM is trying to whitewash Naira Marley. What you don't know is you cannot know what really kpai Mohbad. If you don't know why they need someone to take the fall for his kpai, if they were not trying to cover something, they won't need to push a narrative. First, they said he fought with Prime Boy. I interviewed everyone that was with Mohbad that night, including the driver, and all they said he never fought with Prime Boy. That same Prime Boy was locked up for 4 whole months and they refused to have him released because they desperately needed someone to take the fall and hide the truth. Be wise. At this point, guys, what do you all actually think? Because Very Dark Man, they fight for justice. But before this justice actually take place, I no go lie for una. I've said this thing before. This justice is basically for everybody that Mohbad crime has affected. And we don't see how Prime Boy name has been exonerated because Prime Boy was seen as a suspect. But based on all those interviews, all of us know say Prime Boy is not responsible for any of those things. But you see, while all of this is going on, Very Dark Man also decided to address the issue going on between himself and the Davido fans, because many Davido fans are of the opinion that Very Dark Man is finding a way to troll Davido. In fact, one girl came out to make this tweet. She said, "Make Davido just unfollow VDM abeg. Ever since that link up with Burna, bro just dey find every way to troll Davido. I watched that video today. Instead of tagging Dre directly, VDM rush add Davido name. Omo, Davido name don suffer for una hand." Reacting to this was what Very Dark Man actually said.
You see that time I went to Lagos to go and meet Davido? Now me pay my flight ticket too. That hotel where they say Davido lodge me for hotel, now me pay for the hotel. But guess what? For entertainment purpose and because of course, we just leave her like that. They say Davido contribute to an NGO. That's not true. I never asked him to make any contribution. He was the one. When I asked for say who send 100 million, he can say, no be him, but make her no worry. Next week he go do something. I never called him for that. Ask David, since you know me, whether I don't collect 1,000 naira from him before. As a matter of fact, when we did London, he talking with him out. When somebody talks, a Very Dark Man, you like say you know they collect money. Now him with him out, David, now he say, Omo, I don't try to give this guy money. I don't see send, they collect. As a matter of fact, when they call me, say make I come go meet him uncle governor, say I go collect like 50 million. Actually chat to them. A lot of people will be happy. You know it will be 50 million. I bounce am. Ask them.
Omo guys, this is what Very Dark Man actually have to say related to all the things wey una don dey talk about him and his paddy man Davido. At this point, I just want to ask you, what do you actually think with wetin Very Dark Man don talk? Please do well to share me your thoughts because I'll be right there in the comment section waiting to reply to your comment. And if you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, guys.